Right. Hey there, Rach. How you doing?
Good, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. So obviously, it's been no day at the beach for most of us these past several months. So what's in this theme that promises to be fun for kids?
Um, well, I think lots of things. This is such a great theme. We talk about, obviously, about the beach itself, about sand, about tides, undertow, and then, of course, all kinds of marine life. Lots of great whale stories in the book list. So I think there's tons of terrific stuff for all age groups.
That's great. So what topics might this introduce kids to that they maybe haven't known that much about before?
Well, there's so many things to talk about the workings of the natural world, um, erosion, um, and just natural forces of wind, wave, um, and the idea of a current, um, gills, wings,
Uh,
yeah, all kinds of sea life, whether it's in the air or underwater. And actually, one of the books we have, I really appreciated this one. It's an older book, um, but it's a little bit of a different take of a beach place. It's from the point of view of a kid who has to work. He's a young kid, but he works with his grandmother and extended family in their seaside kind of food stand.
oh, cool.
And yeah, so you see a kind of a touristy, beachy place from a very different perspective. Yeah.
Well, nice. I could go for a good seaside food stand right now. So I know the goal is to have a conversation with my child that kind of volleys back and forth. John always talks about that. So can you give us a preview of some questions that might really get some conversations going on those long summer days?
Yeah. I mean, one that this could be for any age group. Um, Fish have gills so they can breathe underwater. Birds have wings so they can fly. Which would you rather have? And obviously, so another one is, and I didn't know this, lobsters never stop growing.
Really?
Yeah. What would that be like for people? So, the point is um, after your child says one thing, and they might come to like a stop sign of sorts in the conversation, you can keep it going by saying, oh, why do you think that? Or why would you rather have wings than gills if they just give you a simple one word answer?
Yeah.
And then offer your own, say, well, I think I'd rather, and then they might pick up on the fact that they can ask you why as well.
Right.
So
That's great. Sounds good. Any other books besides the Seaside Food Shack or whatever that you'd like to call out?
yes, that book was called Night of the Moon Jellies. Um, we have a terrific book by a Scottish writer. We've used a few of her books. Her name's Julia Donaldson, and she's just a master at rhyme. It's called The Snail and the Whale, and it's about a snail who very cleverly learns to write, and he saves the day with writing a message on a chalkboard. That's a good one for the younger set. We have a classic, One Morning in Maine. That's an oldie but a goodie, and actually quite a long book for a picture book. So that's one that I would read to almost any age kid. We have Manfish, which is a really good beginning, very beginning biography of Jacques Cousteau. We have quite a few nonfiction books in this theme. A terrific book called Solving the Puzzle Under the Sea, about the geologist Marie Tharp, who was born in 1920 and started her work at a time when women were not doing this kind of work. And in fact, what she ends up doing is mapping the ocean floor. And when she first started her research, and this is a great thing to talk to kids about, um, it was thought bad luck to have a woman on a ship. And she had all kinds of hurdles, and she persevered. And so much of what we know about the geology and geography of the ocean floor has to do with her. So that's a really terrific book.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good list.
Yeah.
Well, Rach,
Yeah.
thank you very much. I understand you spend a little bit of time on the Cape, so I hope you stay away from the sharks this summer.
Oh, yeah. So many things to stay away from this year.
Well, great catching up with you. Thanks for your time today.
Sure, John. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.